A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a pivotal moment for Moldova, citizens are casting their votes in a presidential runoff that could shape the future of the nation. The contest is between pro-Western incumbent Maia Sandu and her Russia-friendly opponent, Alexandr Stoianoglo, a former prosecutor general. This election comes on the heels of a first round held on October 20th, where Sandu secured 42% of the votes but fell short of the majority needed to win outright. Stoianoglo, who garnered nearly 26%, has positioned himself as a formidable challenger. Polls opened at 7 a.m. local time and will close at 9 p.m., with expectations of a high turnout given the stakes involved. A recent poll by iData suggests a very close race, with Sandu slightly ahead, a situation that could heavily depend on the support from Moldova's large diaspora. The presidential role is crucial, holding significant influence over foreign policy and national security, with a term lasting 4 years. Moldova's recent history has been marked by its aspirations for European Union membership, which were highlighted in a nationwide referendum held simultaneously with the first round of voting. A narrow majority of 50.35% voted in favor of securing the country's path toward EU integration. However, the integrity of this democratic process has come under scrutiny due to serious allegations of voter fraud and intimidation. In the days leading up to the runoff, Prime Minister Zoran Zaev reported alarming incidents of voter intimidation, including anonymous death threats made via phone calls. He described these actions as an extreme attack aimed at instilling fear among voters. These acts of intimidation have only one purpose: to create panic and fear, he stated, assuring citizens that state institutions would maintain order and protect them. The backdrop of this election is further tainted by accusations of a vote-buying scheme allegedly orchestrated by Elon Shore, an exiled oligarch residing in Russia. Shore, who has been convicted in absentia for fraud and money laundering, has denied any wrongdoing. Prosecutors allege that over $39 million was funneled to more than 130,000 voters through a bank sanctioned by international authorities. In a bid to combat these corrupt practices, anti-corruption officials have conducted extensive searches and seized over $2.7 million in cash. Reports from Gagauzia, an autonomous region of Moldova, revealed troubling incidents of coercion in the electoral process. A physician was detained after allegedly forcing residents of a home for the elderly to vote for a candidate against their will, with police claiming to have gathered conclusive evidence, including financial transactions linked to the same Russian bank involved in the vote-buying scheme. Despite the hostile environment, incumbent Maia Sandu urged voters to remain united and steadfast in their commitment to democracy. After casting her ballot in Chisinau, she emphasized the importance of independence and the power of the people against those who seek to undermine the electoral process. The sentiment among young Moldovans, particularly those in the diaspora, reflects a desire for change and a commitment to shaping the future of their homeland. Silviana Zestria, a medical student in Bucharest, articulated the stakes of the runoff. People need to understand that we have to choose a true candidate that will fulfill our expectations. Because I think even if we are a diaspora now, none of us actually wanted to leave. As the votes are counted and the results emerge, the implications of this election extend beyond Moldova's borders. Christian Cantor, an associate professor of international relations, warns that regardless of the outcome, geopolitical tensions are likely to escalate, particularly with the upcoming legislative elections in 2025. He advocates for enhanced resources and training for Moldovan law enforcement to effectively address voter fraud and ensure a fair electoral environment. The stakes in this presidential runoff are not just about leadership, but about the very essence of democracy in Moldova. As the nation grapples with external pressures from Russia and internal challenges to its democratic processes, the world watches closely, waiting to see if Moldova can maintain its course toward European integration or if it will succumb to the forces seeking to derail its aspirations. The results of this election could very well determine the trajectory of Moldova's future and its commitment to democratic principles. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.